Live. Okay. Let me just check sound because testing. Testing the live. Okay, microphone's not working. Add a microphone. Testing. Get rid of that microphone. General settings. Where do I remove the fucking thing? Delete audio. Speaker. Sound effects. Testing. That's better. Okay, so that's working. Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, good. Multi-stream chat. Hello, Matt. Hello, Dan. Hello, Salty Caramel Boy. Welcome. Just setting up the multi-streaming doohickey thingy jig. We'll move that down a little bit. There we go. Hi and hi. Okay, so get rid of the headphones now. So, Resented Spider, g'day mate, how are you? Welcome. Bin Chicken, g'day mate, how are you? Welcome. We are just kicking off. I got here early for a change so I could kick off and get things moving. So we're going to be talking about credit repair today. We're going to be talking about fixing your credit score. We're going to be talking about all things credit reporting and how fucked up the Australian credit reporting system is. Every day I find more ways that the Australian credit reporting system fucks people over, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong in so many ways. But it happens every single day. And what can we do? 2/5 of fuck all, except once you've been wronged, we can fix it for you. Unfortunately, after 16 years of trying to fix the system is so far broken that we can probably never fix the system, because who knows? Let's go conspiracy theory for a moment and say that the people who could fix the system don't want to fix the system because it keeps us all slaves to the machine. God, that sounds bad. Jimmy, earn 120k a year, have just wiped all debts, have a good score of 200. How quickly can I get it back? 14 minutes. How's that sound, mate? Resented Spider, can you get compensation if you get wronged? Technically, yes. In fact, we get compensation for people on a regular basis, but we've got to do it in a way that fits your budget. For instance, as part of the process of fixing your credit rating, we can ask for compensation if you tell us up front, right? And we can ask for compensation, cost you no extra money, and you might get somewhere between $100 and $5,000, depending on the situation. The issue is that if you don't ask us then, hang on, I'm just going to try and fix my mic. If you don't ask us then, and we have to go back later, it could cost thousands of dollars to chase the compensation because we've missed the opportunity, and we might have to create a file with another company, Armstrong, Russell, Stevenson boys, and that could be a lot more expensive. Sparky, g'day mate, how are you? Up the Waz. What happened if yous don't repay 200k tax debt after a red letter? What is a red letter? You're talking about just a warning saying, do something now. They can take normal action against you. They can bankrupt you. They can file all sorts of notices. And unless you've committed fraud, you won't go to jail in Australia. But you could lose everything you own. Resented Spider, the people who can fix the system won't fix the system, sums up politics in general. It fucking does, doesn't it? Gives me the fucking shit. It does, really. RO. For home loans, do the banks use all 3 credit files? Yes. They have a preference, though. Such yes and yes. They use all 3. But most important out of those is Equifax. Jimmy, credit is low because there were multiple times it defaulted and didn't pay back. Okay. we can remove those defaults, Jimmy. If you want to get started, mate, right there, go to myaustralialawyers.com.au/start and jump the queue. The only thing that I haven't put on that form yet, because I've been fucking with it for 2 weeks, is tell us your story. Tell us information about you and your, what you need fixed. But everything else you can fill in, and that'll tell us whether or not you qualify and everything else, mate. Up to Wes. Thanks, mate. My pleasure. Hoopla, can you fix the credit score still if it's bad and it's my own fault that it's bad? Absolutely. 99.9% of the time, it's our own fault when we get a bad credit rating. Because we got into some financial stress and we couldn't pay and all sort of stuff. The way we fix it, though, is using the law. The creditors are legally required to provide a whole heap of notices and warnings and assistance at various times, right from when you first made contact with the creditor originally, could have been yesterday, could have been 10 years ago, right from that point up until the default's listed. And they don't do it. They don't follow the rules. So we get stuff removed simply because they don't follow the rules. So we're not one of those backyard credit repair agencies that say, oh, can you please help my client because they're paying me money to do something that they can go and do themselves with a credit reporting body. Or you make a complaint, for instance, to Equifax, Illy and Experian, and they'll do fuck all research, they'll do fuck all investigation, but that's what these credit repair agencies are doing. What we do, we go into the creditor and audit right up their asshole. We get so much information, they really get pissy. We get all their internal file notes, call recordings, original contracts, every step of compliance all the way through. And they can't provide it because they don't keep it. They know they're legally required to, but they don't give a shit because very few credit repair agencies know the law. And you pay them money and you get nothing. You pay us money and we get the result. And the best result we've ever had is 14 minutes from the time we sent the original inquiry to the to the creditor until they came back 14 minutes later and saying they agree to remove the default. That's what we do. RO, sick. Thanks. No worries, mate. Beck, hey, hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did indeed. Thanks, Beck. Hope you did too. Jimmy, another one. Had a loan with Money3 years ago. Gave me a loan with a rating of 380. Is that legal? Absolutely. They don't have to check your rating at all. That's just a rating. What might not have been legal is whether or not they met the responsible lending guidelines. And given it's Money3, it could have been a short-term loan, could have been a small amount money lender. So don't know. But if whatever type of loan they gave you had a requirement to meet the responsible lending guidelines and they didn't do it, well then that puts them in the shit. Jimmy, did default on it? Yep. Hoopla, my finance company said they did everything they could to contact me, but they had the wrong number. Did you give them the right number? Did they send you letters to your last name address? Did they send you emails if they had your email address? What did they do, or what didn't they do? Oh, it was Hoopla, by the way. Resented Spider. So any other words creditors play on? So, in other words, creditors play on our ignorance when it comes to the rules. Abso-fucking-lutely, mate. See, when I started doing this back in 2009, I honestly thought it was going to be a short-term business. And at the time I didn't mind because I just came out of cancer treatment. I was broke. I nearly lost all my businesses, my house and everything else. I just needed to make money in a hurry. And I already helped people in my mortgage business with a bad credit rating. We got them loans in those days. And I thought, I still want to help the same sort of people. I'll do this credit repair thing for a few years. But then the business will die because when I explain to the creditors what they're doing wrong, they'll fix their systems and I won't have a business anymore because the system will be fixed. Now, I was living in fucking fantasy land. We still deal with the same creditors today that we did 16 years ago with the same mistakes they make and they still haven't fixed it because they don't give a shit. It would cost them too much money. They would lose too much business if they fixed the problem. So they don't care. They genuinely don't give a rat's ass. Look at it this way, right? We're reasonable size. We're a boutique law firm. We're not big, right? But you imagine if we removed 10,000 defaults a year, and we fucking don't go anywhere near that. But you imagine if we removed 10,000 defaults a year. That is 1/5 of the defaults that Telstra reportedly adds to a credit file every year themselves. Just Telstra, regardless of anybody else. So we don't even scratch the surface of the film of the water tension on the outside of the drop in the bottom of the bucket with total number of defaults. There are 3.8 million people in Australia that have got a bad credit rating today that don't even know about it. It's fucking horrible. We're doing what we can to help. Hoopla, and no email listed, etc. So Hoopla, you're saying that they didn't have your phone number or had the wrong phone number and they didn't have an email address listed? What you should have done, if you haven't already done it, is get a copy of your original contract and see what you listed on there. Aussie girl, g'day Aussie girl. Shitlips, wow, been waiting for a text back from you guys for a week now. Shitlips, you said that last week, but you wouldn't tell me what your real name was. Send me a text right now to 0483967899 right now, and I'll have a look. But I don't know who the fuck Shitlips is. You've got to tell me. If you send me a text to that number, that'll come up in the system. I can see who you are and find out why you haven't got a contact back. How's that sound? If you're real. If you're not full of shit, that is. Because you could be full of shit, I don't know. But you said this last week and you didn't send me the information, so how am I supposed to find you? Just saying, mate. Can only deal with the information we've got. And I really like to look after our clients, but if you got to give me some help here too and give me the information I need. Shitlips, what are you up to? Okay. Dan Brewer Radio. Hey, legend. Hope you're doing well. Indeed, mate. Hope you are as well. I saw that I got a notification earlier that you published a post, but I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. The OG. We do not play on words themselves, fighting words, and we don't play on words themselves, fighting words, Mr. Haha. For those who don't know, the OG collector is a debt collector. He's one of the good guys, but he's a debt collector. Finance manager, credit manager, absolute legend in the credit debt collection game. OG Actor sent you an email and a text last week. I haven't heard back from you. You only did that special thing for me and I haven't seen it yet. Mika Nico. Hi, hello Mika. Madazarota. Oh, fucked up, okay. Been working 4 years ABN. I haven't paid any taxes. Am I fucked or what? I don't know. You might have been working, you're making under the threshold, under $18,000 a year, so you're not making any money. If you've made good money and you haven't paid tax, well, you're probably fucked. You probably see an accountant. Mika, I have a beautiful letter of a creditor messing up big time. Told me it would be a soft check. Yep. Wiggy's mum. Oh, Wiggy Smalls. Yeah, that's right. Just downloaded Zoom. Can I reschedule, please? Why are you asking me, mate? You need to contact the office, and if you have an appointment booked today and you're cancelling within 24 hours, you lose your fucking booking, mate. Just like you do with what do you call it? A specialist, because we can't have anybody else use that spot. But if you contact the office, you can ring that number right there. They'll sort you out, mate. Resented Spider, are you allowed to say what the most frustrating creditors you have to deal with are often? Well, most of them are actually pretty good now. The most frustrating ones would probably be Citibank, HSBC, Amex, only because they are so big, their systems are so broken, they often don't follow the rules at all. And it's frustrating for us because I just learned the other day that with my brand of ADHD and autism, that I have what was it fucking called? I just don't think what's called. A justice thing where I really can't tolerate injustice. And apparently it's a standard sort of thing with ADHD and autism. I just have a few others that make it even fucking worse. And it really fucks me off when these creditors say, just don't follow the rules, they don't care. They really do not care. Mika, now I have the evidence to send to AFCA to get the inquiry removed because they're playing silly games. Okay, yep. Well, that's definitely one way. Good luck. Let me know how you go. Hoopla, thanks, I'll be in touch. I think they've done a dodgy, as it was St George Bank. The bank had my number. Of course they did. So if you need a hand, text your real name, your TikTok name, your email address, and what you need a hand with to 0483 967 899 now, and we can get the ball rolling for you. They will try and fuck you around. They won't want to admit their fault. Okay. Why have we got this one here? Is this a telephone call in? No, what is this? Oh, this could be a phone call. Don't know what that one is. What about this one? I'm just looking for this person who said that they're waiting for a call. There's someone with an inbound call. Don't know who that is. Okay. What's this one? I'm just trying to find the dude before who was saying that he's got not got a call back, but nothing here. Because I take this shit very fucking seriously. Nope, 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 nope. I think someone's telling porcupines, which is you know, frustrating, because you get on here and make shit up. Okay, Hoopla, thanks for being in touch. Yep, St George, shish. If the credit card company says they will remove the default, will I need to do anything or just wait? You need to get in writing, because they often tell lies. Get it in writing so that way you can come back at them if they don't remove it. Hoopla, but they said their finance department is separate. It might be separate, but when you've signed an application for credit card, car loan, whatever it was, they would have got your real name, your email, your mobile phone number, everything else. Eli, weird question, but are you wearing two watches? Kinda. Good of you to notice. Yes, kinda. My good watch and my cheap Chinese thing that works better than the fucking really expensive Australian brand one that I bought that tracks all my heart rate and everything else. But thanks for noticing, Eli. Shish. And also, thank you. Saw your video, wrote a demand letter, and they're saying they'll remove the default. Well done. Just make sure you're getting writing that they came back to you and said that they'll remove it. If they said they'll remove it in writing, perfect. Beck, does it look bad on your credit score if you have more than one super fund? The super fund won't even show up on your credit file, Beck. But thank you for asking. Sorry, I meant credit report. Yeah, all good. All good. Mika, social justice warrior. Yes. Yes, it was called something different in the video I saw, but absolutely. I have a justice intolerance, or an intolerance for injustice. And when I saw that, I thought, fucking oath I do. That's why I go down so many fucking rabbit holes that I'm not paid to go down. I lose so much fucking money, and the only one that loses is me. And, you know, everyone else wins. Meshi Love Bingo. Cool. Follow, thank you very much. Holly. Hey, Graham. Hello, Holly. How are you? Welcome. The OG. AFCA is a mediation service. Please be careful when you go to them and be prepared for long waits. Yes, they are. Mika, I don't necessarily need this inquiry removed just yet, but I'm testing the waters. Well done. Well done. Well done. And thank you, OG. I just saw your text come through. Really appreciate it. Yes, he's got my actual personal mobile number. Mika, okay, Shish sent a rose. Shish sent another rose. Mika sent 10 roses. You win, Mika. Beck sent Space Koala. Thank you very much. Beck sent a Jelly Snakes. Thank you very much. And Shish sent another rose. And Shish sent 5 more roses. And Shish sent 17 more roses. Shish, and another 9 more roses. Shish, you have got top gifter. Well done. You are top gifter. Who can beat Shish with 3 universes? I've seen universes. Don't know much about them. That'd be fucking cool. If you can afford a universe, you should probably pay me instead to fix your credit rating. Actually, if you can afford a universe, you probably don't need to fix your credit rating. Mika, I'm going to Ilion to lodge a dispute with them first before Africa. Why? Why would you do that? You said that you have a letter. Yep. Okay. Make sure the wording's right, Mika. You can do that. I don't think it's the best way to go, but let me know how you go. Russell, some name that's too hard to say for me. Follow, thank you very much. Silk Witted 21. That's an interesting name, Silk. I'll call you Silk. Shish sent 5 fluffy penguins. Thanks, Shish. Hey mate, how do I go about having my credit history back to normal so I can rent and go for loans? Well, they can't legally check your credit rating anymore to rent, so that's been outlawed. So you shouldn't need it to rent. Going for loans, well, that's what we do. So you can either watch all my videos and learn how to do it yourself, like a gentleman said earlier, that watched my videos, wrote a demand letter based on the videos, and got the default. The creditor agreed to remove the default. So it depends what you've got, mate. Shish, I got an email from them saying the correction case is for removal of the default. Do I need more? The correction case is for removal of the default. Shouldn't do. No, that should be enough. Do they give you a time frame and how long they're going to take to do it? Beck, I have the same problem being a delegate with social injustice. Yeah, that's probably why he became a delegate. Because you can't bear people getting fucked over. You and I are on different sides of the platform, though. I'm an employer, and you fight the bad employers. So good on you, because there are a lot of bad employers out there. The OG, read the bottom, please. It's interesting. Oh, I didn't read. I just saw the headline come through. That would be fucking cool. Can I share that, mate? I'm going to jump to the bottom of the messages. Can I share that, OG? Can we put that out there and tell people so they don't keep fucking themselves over? Okay, so the OG, as I said, is a fucking legend in the credit space, debt collection space, credit reporting body space. So very proud to know OG. And he says that, fun fact, credit bureaus, I call them credit reporting bodies now because I'm up to date. They still call themselves bureaus. Fun fact, credit bureaus are now cracking down on people who apply, then the next day say they never applied, and then apply with somebody else. So what he's saying is the credit reporting bodies are cracking down on people who apply for credit one day, say they didn't apply to try and get the inquiry removed, and then apply the next day somewhere else. And if they continue to do it and they get caught out, there may be a ban placed on their credit file, so they can't apply for finance at all. That's nasty and good at the same time, as long as innocent people don't get caught up in it. Holly, how are your cats going? Really good. Oh, got to tell you, Merlin got out. So Merlin, my big black polydactyl, he got out a few years ago, freaked us the fuck out. He was gone for a week. He pushed the screen out upstairs in one of the windows because he's a big cat, right? Stands nearly a metre tall. So we now have the windows fucking closed. But anyway, we had an attempted break-in at our house, and the back door, back security door was a bit dodgy. I've now fixed it. Was a bit dodgy, wouldn't close properly, didn't realise. He pushed on the door, got out. We didn't even know. We got up in the morning, unlocked the main doors like we do, leave the security doors closed. Merlin pushed on it, got out, went for a walk. Didn't know, it was probably gone for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then we heard him crying out, because he's a very loud voice, big cat. Heard him crying out, and here he is outside trying to get back in past the glass pool gate. And freaked us out, because last time he went missing for a week, this time I'd say he remembered he went missing for a week. He was very sad and very hungry, and realised that maybe lizards aren't enough to eat. when you just chase them for food. So anyway, he came back and it freaked us the fuck out. So I fixed the door same day. Anyway, long story it was interesting to me. Mika, you reckon don't bother with Illion? You can go to Illion. It's not what we would do, but we aren't a consumer, so your process has got to be different. We wouldn't be going to AFCA either. We'd be making the creditor remove it based on the fact that you've got the letter. But that's where we can do things that consumers find more difficult because we're a law firm. In fact, I had Sine come to me today and we was talking about something, and we're changing one of our letters to the creditors, and he didn't say this, but how I remember it is something like, listen, dickheads, we're not a fucking credit repair agency, we're a fucking law firm. You can't put that shit over on us. It just doesn't work. Follow the rules. We're going to get in fucking trouble. Again, that's how I remember what he said. That's not what he said. He's actually a lot more polite than I am. But, yeah, so we don't need to do... The way we do things is a lot more efficient than the way consumers do it or the dodgy credit repair agencies. Resented Spider, if I send you Universe, I'll be needing you to fix my credit rating. Yeah, probably, mate. Yep. What's the Universe cost? Does anyone know? Shish. Yes, they said the turnaround time is 30 days. Yeah, see, that's horseshit, mate. They can do that inside one business day very easily. And maybe OG can jump in here and say how long it actually takes to press the button, put in the comment as to why you're removing the default, and have it gone. Mika, creditor is playing games. Will my demand letter... No, creditor's playing out probably with my demand letter. Spoke to William, said dispute with them. Okay, yep, good. OG, yes. Mika, I did want to have to involve AFCA. If I don't have to, okay, cool. Mika, my cat did the same thing, pushed our window out. Yep. Herf, g'day, mate. How was your weekend? Really good, mate. How was yours? Really good. So, I haven't done the Tickfinity thing. That's why our tappy tap taps are very low. Where's my Tickfinity thing? There's Tickfinity. Okay, we're live. Why is it my Tickfinity doohickey thing is not up here? Reset list. Turn off likes, turn on likes. Yeah. Show viewers who have sent the most likes in a ranking medal against activating automatic reduction. Means the score is reduced by X% every 10 seconds. Reviewers have to keep sending likes to keep their pace top ranking. Oh, okay. So, I don't know why we can't see the tappy tap taps. It says that no one's doing tappy tap tap. But I can see that we've got 1,500 tappy tap taps. So I'm going to restart Tickfinity and see what happens. Ooh, Shish. 9 roses, 5 fluffy bangers. Shish sent 3 donuts. Shish sent an astronaut koala. Shish sent 14 roses. And Steve South sent a rose. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Shish, obviously. Okay, here we go. Now the list is working. Her fantastic. Thank you. Shish. Can I give them a timeline or ask them to remove earlier or wait out until 30 days? Whatever you like, mate. You can. Most creditors don't follow the rules, right? So you can ask them to remove it sooner, but whether or not they do, yeah, they probably won't. So at least you can have it done in 30 days. Herf shared the live, thank you very much. Please feel free to tappy tap all over the screen and share the shit out of it. I haven't checked yet to see how TikTok's coming across. Is it all right? TikTok. Go to the other profile. Go to ADS, where are we? ADS Law. Mika, tap and share. Mika pinned the comment. Thank you, Mika. Appreciate that. Okay, I just got the notification that I'm live. Come on, go. Well, that sucks. Got the notification that I'm live on the other channel, but now it won't actually Come on, fuck you, where is it? Sorry guys, it's not letting me. I'll try that again. As I did that, it just came up. There we go. Oh, that looks right. Bad credit busters. Okay. Too filthy. What's the minimum qualification criteria? For what, mate? For what? Tell me. Herf, share the live. Thank you very much. Mika, tap and share. Fierce. What's the worst thing you've seen, credit-wise, debt, like case you took on? Oh, well, it depends what you mean. The largest single default we've removed is $640 million default. That's a big default, and we removed it. And because we're not complete fucking assholes, we charge the same amount regardless of the cost, because we know what it costs us to remove. So the same fee to remove that as it would be to remove any other default in the same category criteria, regardless whether it's $640 or $640 million. Okay. Jazza, hello legend, how are you doing, mate? Really good, mate. Holly, do your cats ever fight? Yes, we've got 2 Maine Coons, and not often, but sometimes Merle and the boy will walk up behind the girl and just punch her in the back of the head, or jump on her. And she's bigger than him, like almost twice his weight, and she's very placid, whereas he's very in your face. So sometimes he comes out of it. He loses, even though he's the dominant male. Too filthy. As a client, please. So what are the minimum qualification criteria? Well, it depends what you want. To qualify for what we call qualify as a client, you need to be buying a house in the next 6 months, have your deposit saved, everything ready to go, or or refinancing, or using your existing property as equity to buy the property, or a serious purchase above $75,000. You need to have a bad credit rating that we can work on, so anything other than bankruptcy. And you need to have good finances today. So you've obviously had a bad issue in the past. You've got stuff in your credit file because of that bad issue. You've recovered financially, and you're making good coin now. You've got cash flow, and you want to make a big purchase. That's basically the 3 qualification criteria. However, if you go to this website just there, it's ugly as sin. Fill that out. That asks the qualification questions. There's more than those 3 questions, but that's what it boils down to. And if you tell us lies, and we find out you told us lies in the appointment just to get the appointment, we'll charge you for the appointment because you're a lying piece of shit and you're trying to game the fucking system. So, don't do it. Shish, how long does it take to reflect the removed default in the credit file? The instant it's actually removed, if you were to pull a credit file immediately after it was actually removed, your credit score would be different. Fierce, is it true rangers have to come check if they're still on? Fierce, whatever you said previously was the most recent comment prior to that one was, what's the worst thing you've seen credit-wise, debt like case you took on? And then you're saying, is it true rangers have to come check they're still on property? I've no idea what that means, mate. So there might have been another comment in between that was filtered, but I can't see it. Holly, when you remove a default, do you have to jump through hoops to the boss, or anyone in the company can? Do you have to jump through hoops to the boss or anyone in the company? I'm not sure what you mean, Holly. Can you say that again a different way? Too filthy. Too filthy. Thank you. My pleasure, mate. Happy to help. Basically, too filthy. The reason we got qualification is we're a law firm. We're expensive. We charge legal fees. We're not a backyard dodgy buggers who take a little bit of money off you, pretend to do work, don't do it, and then say it can't be removed, right? And the reason they take a little bit of money is you're less likely to complain for a small amount of money. So if they rip you off, don't do anything, and you've only paid them XYZ dollars, there is less chance you'll follow through and make a complaint. We charge substantial fees sometimes. So we want to disqualify you if you can't afford our fees. And we've been doing this for 16 fucking years. We pretty much know what kind of client is our best target market. Now, there are always outliers. We mark our appointments as qualified and unqualified, because you can still have an appointment with us if you're unqualified. It just means you're going to pay more for the appointment. But we mark qualified and unqualified. And often unqualified people still buy because they have their own reasons. But if we were to put money on it, we'd put money on the qualified clients over the unqualified clients. Holly, I mean, can anyone, let's say in Credit Corp, remove a default on a file, or only a certain department? Probably only a certain department, because we don't deal with the same ones that, sorry, random as fuck. The gas lift in my chair seems to be fucked. We don't deal with the same people that you would, perhaps. And over the years, we've built up relationships with the people we deal with. So I can't imagine they'd give... No, they wouldn't. They don't give the telephone collectors permission to remove a default. They would have to get permission from someone senior to remove the default. So, yeah, that's probably answers that question in a roundabout sort of way. Filthy, thank you. Okay, same question from Holly. So, guys, if you really like this stuff, please do the tappy tappy tap thing and share the shit out with. Think about this: if you found this live or my channel because you found it on the For You page or something like that, in the live stream page, whatever the fuck that is, in the feed, that's because somebody else shared it, or somebody else liked it. So pay it forward. Do the same thing. Tappy tappy tap tap. See ya. Tappy tappy tap tap. Share the shit out of it. And if you really like it, click follow so you get more of it. Because that's how you found it. If you like it, maybe your friends would like it too. It's only fair. Mika, Discord link is in the bio. Thank you. So join the Discord. Basically, she's saying join the Discord. Where is the Discord? Opening Discord. It's already open, sorry. Looking at Discord. Then you can chat on Discord. Fierce, follow, thank you very much. Thanks, Fierce. So, if you're watching this now and you haven't followed, why not? What else do I need to do to show you that I'm worth following? Fierce, is it true rangers have to come check on Maine Coon breed of cat? Never heard of that. Oh, Resented Spider sent me a heart. Thanks, mate. No, it could depend on where you live. Like in some states it might. I'm in Queensland, Brisbane, and there's no requirement for that I've ever heard. So, no. I'm in WA. Okay, yeah, it could be different rules, mate. Shish. If listed as a director and the company goes bankrupt, can that be removed as well? Well, the company doesn't go bankrupt. The company goes into administration or into liquidation. Same. Can the administration liquidation be removed? Technically, yes. Effectively, no. The administration will stay on your credit file. It says in the legislation for 10 years from the date it was finalised. But that's not actually true. How it works is while the company's in administration, it'll show that the company is in administration. Sorry, someone's just changed desks. It'll show that the company still is in administration. Once the administration's finished and the administrator gets the company ready for deregistration, the deregistration process takes about 3 months with ASIC. Once it's deregistered, it will then say on the credit file that that company is deregistered. It'll no longer say that it's that it is in administration because the administration is finished. So that's, yeah, it's a little bit misleading, but that's pretty much how it works. Holly, are your wife's horses on agistment or at your house? They used to be near our house, like over the back fence, but then we had to move them from there, unfortunately, and they are now being agisted, yes. Mika, they can be in administration for years. They can, but there's no reason for that either. We saw one the other day that's been in administration for a good 5 years, and it's just fucking the client over. And there's no reason, because there's nothing in the company. So maybe they're doing, maybe the director is a little bit dodge, and they're just doing some checks and balances to see if they can claw anything back. Shish. So does it affect the personal credit score if the company is delisted? It affects the director's credit score whilst it's in administration. Once it's delisted or deregistered, then generally not. However, the creditor, any creditor can go and get a copy of the credit report for that deregistered company, which is a little bit sad when you think about it, because a company, when it's deregistered, it's dead. It's like a human has died, put in a box and buried. But the rules are strange. Herf, 2 of my domestic cats are over 9 kilos. They're big cats, mate. Mika, a company is in administration and owes me super. Yep. Well, generally, in most cases, it's not unusual. Let me think about this for a second. I know is if the directors of the company, or if the company has reported super obligations on time but just not paid it, because it's not unusual to have cash flow issues. As long as you report it on time, you can catch it up. If they've reported on time but not paid it, then the director doesn't normally get liability themselves. But if they haven't reported on time and not paid, often the director is liable personally. Mika, I can't get a cent out of them. Well, apply to the state government. I do believe there's some, like when, what's his name? Mining magnate, politician, trumpets of freedom, whatever he fucking calls it. Palmer. When Palmer closed down one of his mines in Queensland, a lot of people lost back wages and super, so the Queensland government stepped in. Apparently there is something for that to step in. Mika, I can't get a cent of them. Mika, hands off from ATO. Not sure what that means. Mika, this happened in 2018. Some dude, Clive? Yeah, Clive Palmer, thanks. Yes, Clive and Holly Clive Palmer. Mel, Clive Palmer, yes, definitely Clive. Yeah, so the state government bailed out those employees, I believe. I don't know what the rules are. I just know something happened, and maybe that's something you do. Mika, ATO said they can't do anything because the company's administration. Well, that's not true. Oh, yeah. They can actually, the ATO can pull a company out of administration so that they can then, how does it work? The ATO make up their own laws, right? They're like a country within the country. They can just do whatever they fucking like. There doesn't seem to be a politician on the planet that would stand up to them. I heard the other day, and I do believe this is correct, the ATO can backdate a director's penalty notice. It's almost to be vengeful rather than anything else. Retrospective legislation should be a hangable offence, in my humble opinion, because if you take actions today based on today's legislation and you're dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and then someone changes the fucking law, then makes what you did 4 years ago suddenly illegal, how the fuck can that be fair or right in any stretch of the imagination? Nico, I have a letter from them. Cool. Beck, can get advice from Fair Work for any pay disputes, including super contributions. You can, but once the company's in administration, it does change things. Mika, it's only 3K, but it's still money that's mine and helpful towards my future. Yep. Deb Star, how can I get missed payments removed off my credit report that were listed incorrectly? Thanks. Well, you can either watch all my videos, Deb, or you can ask me to do it. That's what we do for a living. That's what we do. So most of the time, the creditors don't follow the rules, and that's how we get stuff removed. Guys, remember to do the tappy tappy tap thing on screen. Remember to share the shit out of it. I'm just going to change the tappy tap tap rules here. Where are we? So that it will more closely reflect when you share, so that you get extra points for sharing. Now, where are those tappy tap tap rules? Users and points. Here we go. Where do I turn on transactions? No. Where the hell? Setup. Points per coin. So you get 1 point per coin. You get 3 points per share. Let's make it. Okay. 10 points per share, and we give it 3 points per coin. So you share 10 times, you get 100 points. Subscribers get a 50% bonus, so if you're a subscriber you get 50% more points. Level settings. We get up to level 50. OBS connection. Oh, OBS connection. Via Txfinity. OBS. Okay, that's for that. None of that makes. Oh, and there Txfinity wants me to pay money. So back to Likeathon. There we go. So there you can get more points now. Okay, Herf, that's the ATO to a T, spot on. Mika, the company Phoenix. Well, there's a fine line between Phoenix and good business, so they probably did, I don't know. But I have to start a new company, and I wanted to make sure that I don't get in trouble, so I actually looked up what the rules were around Phoenixing. It's fucking very, very clear on the websites what you can and can't do, so... Shish, can we remove credit inquiry off the credit report? I don't know if you can, but I definitely can. Shazza shared the live, thank you very much. Holly, have you had instances where you can't remove a default in someone's file? Yes, we have. That's why we've only got a published 91.6% default removal resolution rate, but the actual result is closer to 97%, but it's not 100%. And the reason for that is sometimes clients tell us lies, and we go down the path based on the information the client tells us, and we find out you're a fucking lying piece of shit. We've now wasted all of that time building a case on what you told us. And fixed fee, mind you, right? Wouldn't be such a problem if we were charging $660 a fucking hour and wasted time, because then the client pays for their lies. But so we go down this path, find out it's all bullshit. The client told us what they thought we wanted to know, whereas all we want to know is the truth. And we've now said things to the creditor. The creditor can see that either we're lying or the client's lying. Either way, they don't like their time wasted either. And sometimes the client then says, oh, I'm out of here, I'm not going to do anything else. I've been found out, we can't remove it. So we've got to mark the file as closed at client's request. As we get better, in the past where there's been a number of defaults we haven't been able to remove, but as we get better, as it stands today, I don't know if there's a single default that we can't remove, a single consumer default that we can't remove, as long as we don't miss something. Because the depth at which we know the legislation now is such that I have not seen a single creditor that follows the rules enough to keep a default on there. I know it's saying a lot, but that's genuinely where we're up to now. So, you know, if anyone's ever heard the story about the knowing where to tap, the Boilermaker, that's what we are now. You pay extra for us because we get the shit done. Pickle. ASIC have a page on their site about pursuing unpaid wages in super. Yep. Jazza shared the live. Shish. Easier to remove a credit inquiry or a default? Defaults are easy to remove because we've been doing it longer. Inquiry removal, we only started doing that a few years after we started doing defaults. But it depends on the creditor. Some companies remove an inquiry easier than they remove a default. Others remove a default easier than remove a credit inquiry. Depends on the creditor. Some dude, g'day mate, shared the live, thank you very much. Herf, Mika, g'day. Ooh, holy shit. Shish sent 1 rose, thank you very much. And then Shish sent another 102 roses. Shish, you're a fucking legend. Tiff, 4,305. Some dude, 2,657. Aussie girl, 976. Jazza, 909. Too Filthy, 602. Ladies and gentlemen, 510. Shish, 482. And Al, 378. Well done. Well done, well done. So we're sitting at 23,000 likes now. It's funny what happens when you... not many shares though. I actually would have thought that you guys would have gone fucking nuts on the shares since we've got so many bloody points now available for shares. You get 1 point every time you click the like, right? But 10 points for every share. So, oh, hang on, you're not seeing the points. You're not seeing the points. You're only seeing the likes. Okay. The points are different. Well, apparently I can do a Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what this Wheel of Fortune is. Action for main win. Share, follow alert, gift alert, like alert. No idea what that means. So, how do I turn that on? Can you open the door, mate? You're the last one?
I think Gillette will be the last one.
Okay, just leave the door open for now. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you. So how do I turn this on? Advanced settings. New field. No fields defined yet. Points. No, too much fucking hard work to do that now. No clue. Okay, coming back here. Oh, Tiff. Shared the live. Tiff shared the live. Tiff shared the live. Holly. How is the mentor program going? Hasn't started yet. Too many things to do. Haven't got to it yet. I did get Shelley to put it on her list to keep building. I've bought my new teleprompter, which is right there. I bought a new camera, which don't think it's real good yet. So I'm going to start recording the courses. Going to start recording the information for the mentoring program. Lots of things happening. Not enough time in any single day. Tiff shared the live again. Bella Bell, follow, thank you very much. Tiff shared the live again. 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. Shish. So with inquiries, I don't remember there'll be listed on the credit file. All credit inquiries listed on your credit file if the creditor is a credit reporting body. Sorry, is a body that reports to credit reporting bodies. But we get them removed because they don't follow the fucking rules. Tiff shared 3 more times. Thanks, Tiff. Really appreciate it. Shish, can I ask for it to be removed? You can ask, but unless you've got a valid reason why to remove it, then they'll probably say go away. And again, depends on who the creditor is as to how vigorously they'll say go away. Some dude shared the live. Thank you very much. Holly, have you ever had to fire someone at the company? Fucking oath. Absolutely. People don't do their job, I'll fucking fire them. I'll give them far too many chances first. Absolutely. I've had a lot of businesses for a long time. I don't like firing people. And as I said, I'll probably leave it far too long before I get around to it. But yes, and I'm pretty quick on gross misconduct. So if somebody does something really, really bad that fucks over a client or something like that, yeah, really quick. But if it's performance-based, I'm really slack on that because I give people so many fucking chances. Shish shared the live 3 times. Thank you very much, Shish. Mika, hurry up and start it. Start what? She shared the live 3 times. Thank you very much. Another 3 times. Mika, that was a joke. Not sure what the joke was, but cool. Shish shared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more times. Thanks, Shish. You're a fucking legend, Shish. Fucking legendary stuff. So you guys are getting points in the background as well. So I'm not sure how you get to see these points, but you're definitely getting points. And what's this? Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm supposed to have Streamlabs open. Okay, so because we're multi-streaming, we're streaming to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And guys, if you've got any comments, please put it out there. Ask away. How do I see? I don't know how I see this. Piss off with the ads. It's going to take a while, I think, to build up the other streaming platforms. Share the stream link. What's that? Edit stream info. Credit repair live chat Q&A. We call it credit score repair. That'll update that. Ask questions and I'll answer them live. Primary chat is YouTube. Let's call the primary chat Facebook. See what happens there. Don't know whether that's going to do anything different. I'm supposed to see all the chats anyway. I don't know how to use all this shit properly. Tiff N. Night, Mr. D. I've got a hot date with my husband. See you tomorrow. Have a good night and enjoy it. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Tiff. Shish. As a director, companies inquire listed on personal account. Can that be? As a director company, well, a company inquiry shouldn't be listed on your personal account. That's not how it works. If you signed so that would be yes, it can be removed. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you. If you signed a director's guarantee or a personal guarantee, they might have done a credit check as well. But again, that's probably unlawful and can be removed. So pretty much everything can be removed. Mika, hurry up and start the mentor program. Okay, gotcha. Shish shared the live 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. Thank you very much. Holly, you seem pretty easygoing and boss until someone crosses the line. Well, it's not even crossing the line. It's how they cross the line, because people make mistakes all the time. And that's not the problem. It's when there seems to be a willful neglect. That fucks me off. When people steal from me, that really fucks me off. When people lie, that fucks me off. You can make the worst mistake on the planet. If you come and tell me about it straight away, we can fix it. No harm, no foul. But when you try and hide it, I can't handle that shit. That's just fucking horrendous. We have really open communication in the office, and it makes it easy. Shish shared the live. Thank you very much. Al shared the live with more than 5 friends. Well done, Al. Shish, thanks, Graham. Appreciate it. We'll join the next live off for now. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Chats. Do lenders generally prefer the credit score or no defaults, no missed payments? Do lenders generally prefer the credit score or no defaults, no missed payments? Thanks. Well, they all work hand in hand, because if you've got defaults and missed payments, you have a low credit score. It all works hand in hand. Holly, here's a good one. What's the best excuse from someone you heard for not coming to work? Let's pass on that, because these days anything I say on here can be taken the wrong way. We have a policy that if you're going to be sick, if you're going to be late for work, you've got to phone and actually talk to somebody. You can't just send a text message. Because how many times has it been that someone wants to have a day off and they can't even be bothered putting on a fake fucking voice? So you have to ring and talk to somebody. I've been in business for a long time, so I've heard some doozies. But let's just move on for that for now. And I'll have another bigot. Mika shared the live with more than 10 friends. Thanks, Mika. Appreciate it. Holly, very good point. Yep. Holly, you could also be an ex-employee, couldn't you? You could indeed. I don't think you are, but could be. 36,000 likes. Thank you very much. Close some of these down. You ought to know. Oh, 8D music from last week. Close that down. Ned Nugs. Follow thing much. Herth. Someone called him sick in Brisbane. The most photographed. On front page, didn't want to hear it. Someone called him in sick in Brisbane. Okay, good. Doesn't make a lot of sense, Herth, but I think I get what you're saying. They called in sick, supposedly in Brisbane, and yet they were caught on front page of the Sydney Morning Herald. Holly, I could be, but I'm not, I'm a dog groomer. Oh, okay. That's why you got a puppy dog on your profile. Javed. Follow, thank you very much. Ned Nugs. Emoji I can't see. I can't even see it on my phone either. David O. If there is mortgage between two separated people, and one of those people no longer residing in house, who is responsible for paying the loan? The people on the mortgage. Makes no difference where you live or if you live in the house or not. If your name is on the mortgage, you're responsible, and you're both equally responsible, even if the other person isn't paying it. Haley, Graham, how can my experience score be 905,692? There are no defaults. Probably too many inquiries on your Illion. So what's your Equifax though, Haley? Go and check your Equifax. That's more important than the other two combined. You guys seen these bickies? I like these bickies. Aldi, $1.98 or something a pack. I don't eat them that often, but I didn't have lunch today, and I thought I would just grab some. So there's only 6, but it looks like I've been having lots of them. Only got 6. Miss Beck, how are you?
Good. How are you? Sorry, I've interrupted your cookie time.
No, that's right. I'm having a cookie now. You talk, so I can chew then.
I have a really good question for you, and it was too long to type. Now, as you said, when you get married, your credit scores combine, right?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They don't? What about when you get a mortgage and things like that?
Still don't combine.
Okay, so in the situation, like let's say someone gets a prenuptial agreement, right? And in the prenuptial agreement, anything, let's say the husband buys the house, buys this, and all finances are separate in the prenuptial agreement.
Binding financial agreement, Australia, yep.
Yep. If in the event that they get divorced and they separate, and then the other party has had their names on the bills, on everything else for the house, but not the actual mortgage, can they get a bad credit report even though in the prenuptial agreement all finances are separate?
Where are they getting this bad credit report from? Who haven't they paid?
No, I mean like in general.
No, who haven't they paid? Because you only get a bad credit rating if you don't pay somebody. So who hasn't been paid in this scenario?
Well, no one really. It's just more of a hypothetical. So
okay,
like,
I get that back. But in this hypothetical, they separate.
Well,
who hasn't? Say your gas what bill isn't getting paid for someone to get a bad credit rating? Because you don't get a bad credit rating just because you separate.
Like your gas and electricity and all of that. So even though that the house.
Okay, so the gas and electricity. So let's say that you are paying the gas, the electricity, and food, right? and your partner is paying the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a binding financial agreement that has all sorts of weird, wonderful stuff in it, and you guys separate and you stop paying the gas and electricity because you're no longer living there, but it's in your name. If the bill is in your name and you don't pay the bill, you get a bad credit rating.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that like the mortgage itself is separated, but the gas and the utilities are all together.
No, but they're
Right,
not.
so that
the
way
gas
you
and,
can
the
have-
gas and utilities are not together. Are you saying that you're sharing the debt? You're sharing the payment of the gas and utilities?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that way you
Okay,
have your
is it-
other partner's name on it.
Okay,
So that
if
way
the
you
gas
can
and
make account
utilities,
decisions and that.
if the gas and utilities is in the name of Beck and Bruce Smith, right, whatever, or Beck Smith and Bruce Jones, in both names, and the bill isn't paid, you both get a bad credit rating because your name's on the debt.
Regardless of a prenuptial agreement.
Yeah. But again, binding financial agreement. We don't have prenups in Australia at all. So it's a binding financial agreement. But that's right, because the binding financial agreement isn't between you and the creditor, it's between you and your partner.
Yeah, because I was wondering if that would actually make a difference to a credit
It doesn't.
file.
It does. No, the binding financial agreement has no impact on the credit file. It might be if a binding financial agreement was something you could enforce and took it to court and you got a court order, you might have a bad credit rating. But if the court ruled that your credit rating be fixed because of something in the binding financial agreement, well, then it'll get fixed. The court would order the credit reporting bodies to fix the credit rating.
But that's where it gets a lot more complicated.
Well, it's already complicated because the simple thing to remember, people, is if your name is on a contract and the bill doesn't get paid, regardless of the circumstances around it, you'll get a bad credit rating. The circumstances might determine how easy or how hard it is to get your credit rating cleaned up, but if your name is on a debt as a borrower and it doesn't get paid, you're going to get a bad credit rating. Simple as that.
Okay, thanks.
No, at all. Happy to help. Hayley, how come... Hayley said before, how can my experience score be 905, my ILI on 692, there are no defaults? Because of too many inquiries, something like that. So what you got to do, Hayley, is get your ILI on, your Equifax and your Experian, put them down on the bench, print them out on paper, put them down on the table, go through them with a highlighter, highlighting everything that's exactly the same, and the things that are different are the things that's going to be causing your score to be different. That's my pup. Ned Nugs, you a lawyer, bruh? Fuck, where is English language gone? I think you can probably see up there, it says, I'm Graham Dossel, founder and CEO. Ask me anything but credit scores. Actually, it doesn't say it. Look at that. Where's my disclaimer saying I'm not one of the fucking lawyers? Where's my disclaimer? There it is. That's what's missing. Thank you for asking, because the disclaimer went bye-byes. Don't know how long that's been missing. So, bruh, no, I'm not a lawyer. I own the law firms. Herf, yes, connect. Yes, correct. He was photographed because of a big win on the horses. What a dick. Chats, LD dupes are the best. I know what dupes are, but thank you. Mika, the mortgage not getting paid. Need more information than that statement, even though it's got question marks. Matty J, if you could have dinner with anyone in history, who would it be and why? Nikola Tesla. I started researching Nikola Tesla when I was 16 or 17. Most of what we consider modern convenience can be directly attributed to inventions or technology that was born from Nikola Tesla personally. It's fucking legend. Javed, awesome live. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Turtle Chairs, tap away Beck, LOL. Where is Tickfinity? Where is Lycathon? So where are we up to? Ladies and gentlemen, 5,785. Some dude, 4,563. Tiff, 4,511. Tiff's apparently gone on a sexy date with a husband, so she should be easy to catch and beat. Chats Potato, 2,106. Aussie Girl, 1,182. Somebody with no, 2319 is 1132. Jazz at 925. Shish 607. He's also fucked off. And Too Filthy 602. Mika, that's terrible. If you split bad and you're making half the payments but can't meet the whole, makes the DV continue its bad relationship. Well, again, welcome to the real world, where if you sign an agreement, you are responsible for the agreement. It is that simple. See, this is my black and white shit from, I think it's the autistic side of me. That's life. Suck it the fuck up or do something about it. It may not be good. It may not be what you want, but that's what it is. You can't change it, so fucking do something about it. And if you can't do anything about it, then live with the consequences until you can. TJ Kuna, follow thank you very much. Some dude, he got you, LOL. Who got me? Who got you? No. Oh, yeah, the bruh dude. Mika, I don't think your disclaimer was up last live either. Yeah, don't know. It's up now. Thank you very much. Holly, dupes are knockoffs like rip-off brands? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, most of the stuff... I remember when Holly... Sorry, Holly. I remember when Aldi first came out, I was worried about the fact that things sounded very similar, but they weren't quite the same. And it took me years to try Aldi. Now I shop predominantly at Aldi because the food's fucking good. Prices are fucking amazing. I should do an ad for Aldi. Go and buy at Aldi. Ad finished. Some dude on the disclaimer, yeah, got it, mate. Eventually worked it out. Thank you. Beck, Turtle Chairs, trying, but I actually have to do some work tonight. That's why I love headphones. Cool. Mika, but I have the tism and I'm not black and white. Yeah, different flavours. I've always been really black and white. Presenter Spider, I had a similar thing with splitting with my wife. Car loan was in both of our names, but still had them harassing me when she took the car and didn't pay the bills. Spot on. Yep, it sucks. As I said, it sucks, but that's what we sign up for when we sign the agreements. Chats, Holly, Arnott's have tiny teddies. Aldi has teddy tots. Oh, cool. Holly, Aldi really has good meat. Yeah, if you guys can afford it, this is what I did a little while back, and I've run out now, I've got to do it again. For those in Brizzy, I went to Deegan Bulk Meats, and I ordered half a beast. So half a cow. Well, not a cow, but anyway, half a beast. I went to a different butcher and got a full lamb. Went to a different butcher and went for a whole pig, but only got half a pig. I ended up paying $9 a kilo for the pork. I think $14 a kilo for the whole lamb. And it worked out at about $12 a kilo for the half a beast. Now it means I paid $12 a kilo for bones, and I paid $12 a kilo for fat. But I also paid $12 a kilo for rib fillet and eye fillet and T-bone and everything else. So it was fucking good. I filled up a freezer because I went on the keto diet for a while. I need to go and do it again because I ran out of meat. But yes, very good. Mika, different flavours. Yes, indeed. Rangy. What can I do with my Centrelink debt? I don't pay it. Random as fuck question. I need more than what can I do with the Centrelink debt. But I imagine pay it. Mika, yes, I was considering the bulk meat, whole cow. You go to Deegan, because I know where you live, Mika. So go to Deegan. And I should introduce you to the owner, who I became friends with. But yeah, my half a beast was supposed to be XYZ kilos and didn't turn out to be that. Came in a lot lighter, but still spent quite a lot of money. But it was really good because I didn't have to buy meat for fucking nearly a year, actually. Mika, we would use the bones for our dogs. Well, I actually used the bones and boiled them up to get the collagen out of them, because the collagen's really, really good for you. You can also give that to the dogs when you finish then. But and I rendered down all the fat because I eat butter, real butter, salted butter. I cook with fat, generally rendered beef fat, sometimes pork fat, but not very often. I did render down the pork fat as well when I bought the whole half a pig. And yeah, I got this big 14-litre pot. It was completely full of fat. I put it through the mincer first to make it, to break it down better. And yeah, I got litres and litres and litres of pure, glorious, golden liquid fat. And I let it cool and cut it up and wrapped it up in greaseproof paper and put it in the fridge, and still got bucket loads left. Mika, ooh, yes please. Effie Strange, what's your favourite part of your role? Probably this sort of stuff. Actually, I like the creativity. I'm a CEO and I don't like the paperwork involved in being a CEO. I don't like the people management involved in having to hire and fire people. I like hiring, I don't like firing. I don't mind compliance. I'm pretty good at compliance stuff. So what's the favourite part? What I'm really, really good at is coming up with ideas, generating new ideas for new businesses. What I'm really bad at is implementation. And I'm surprised that I can fucking keep a business together, because the implementation side for me is bad. But that's why I've now hired a heap of new staff that can do a lot of that stuff for me. But thank you, Effie Strange, appreciate it. Mika, please do an intro. You have to remind me, because I'm never going to remember after this, so you have to remind me later. Mika, we do bulk hookups to help us lose weight. Yep. Spizaroo, how much does your credit score increase after clearing a default? Depends on the default, depends on a lot of things. Generally, the score will go up immediately by half to 2/3 of what it lost when you got the default placed. And then the rest will come back pretty soon afterwards. So it can be anything up to a couple 100 points, easily. Mika, other half ear has lost 50 kilos doing bulk cooks and exercise, probably. Exercise, okay, yep. Effie, paperwork is never fun. I've just started a new role. What do you do, Effie? What sort of role are you doing? Pringles liked my video 13 minutes ago. Thanks, Pringles. Effie, what are you doing? I'm a customer service representative. I can't name the company due to NDA. I'm having a look at your profile right now, Effie. And fashion model and vocalist, trying to navigate Melbourne Narn, N-A-R-N, not N-A-R-M, not sure what that means. But you're a singer, you're talented. I can sing very, very badly. I have no ability to keep a note or keep a beat, but I applaud you, because you're a musician. Yeah, well done. Congrats. Jazz has shared the live 3 times. Thanks, Jazz. Appreciate that. Mika, tap and share. Discord link is in the bio. So, Effie, thank you. I'm a death black metal vocalist. I can see you in your not a pinned video. Looks like you're about to swallow the mic. Fuck me. You are obviously vocalizing something for a long time. And that would just hurt my throat a lot. I remember when I was a kid, I tried to learn to sing. And I obviously didn't know anything about it. I've never had any training of any kind and didn't really care about it. But I used to feel the strain.
Almost like I'm doing that at the back of my throat, and it was really bad.
so I stopped doing it. Effie, lots of practice and big smiley faces. Thanks, Effie. Appreciate that. But I like the fact that it appears you're following your passion. One of my team members here, actually, Andrea, she was with me for 8 or 9 years or something like that. And she worked her way up from receptionist up to office manager. And she then left, not long after she was promoted to office manager, not for any reason other than her and her husband decided that that Andrea wanted to follow her dream. And she'd always sung, and she did a Christmas song, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bells, Bad Credit Smells, Defaults Go Away. So I can't remember the rest of it now. One Christmas. And she's now, with a girlfriend of hers, they're bloody chasing their musical career and, in recording studios and stuff, so they're having a bit of fun. Effie, thank you kindly. I work full-time role on top of the music and modelling. That must be hard work. Effie, I made it on this year of Australian. Did you really? Well done. Well done. I imagine that's a bit of a challenge to get through the whole audition process as well. Some dude, Effie Strange, what do you do in your spare time? Spare time? Yeah, good on you, mate. Smiley face. Joke, chuckle, etc., etc. So, let's get back to... see, we're waffling on about crap, and we're now down to 17 viewers. So, do I have any... what do you call them? Flares. Let's see if I can find a flare and chuck one. No flares. They stole all my fucking flares, the flary bastards. Okay, thumbs up. So receive 165,000 likes. And then I get 60 or whatever those things are. Diamond Rush, collect 800 diamonds and get 25 of those things. How many diamonds have we got now? 692. We only need another 108 diamonds. And then I get 25 of whatever those fucking things are. I don't know what these things are, people. Yep, no fucking idea. But then we can also do show goes on, go live for 550 minutes, fucking as if. Get 90 of those things. It's a habit, go live on 4 days. You get 100 of those things. That's easy, I can do that. Chat rally, receive 1,660 comments. We've got 163 comments so far this live. And then you get 80 of those doohickey things, whatever the fucking hell those doohickey things are. I've got to get 800 diamonds daily for 2 days this week. So I've got to get 800 diamonds today and 800 diamonds tomorrow. Fuck, that's never going to happen. But we might get 800 today, and that'll still work. Holly, when was your modelling career, Graham? LOL. What do you mean when? I'm still doing it now. Look at me. I'm hosting my own show. I'm such a legend in my own lunchtime. 693 diamonds. Thank you very much. Holly, jokes. I thought you were serious. Mika, spare time. That's that. What's that? Yep. Holly, not much downtime for me. I get it. Effie, sorry, my bad. Mika, Effie Strange, not your fault. Something must have been deleted. I don't know what that was. Effie, I've got 5k of debt, but this new role is 40k above my previous role, minus tax and super. See, minus tax and super. I like that. Your employer said your package is this, including tax and super. Whereas we've had this discussion on this channel, or my other channel, not sure which, saying that people think super should be on top, but that's just another tax for your employer. I'm saying this as a small business person. The government brought this in, and it's just an extra, 11.5% now that it costs the employer to employ somebody, because people don't give a fuck about the super, they just want to get the money in their hand. And that's fair. Mika put a full stop, then Mika put an A and a B, and I'm not sure why. That will get your comments. No. 12% of super. Is it 12? I don't think it's gone to 12 yet. I think it's 12 this year, isn't it? At the change of the financial year. Or it could be 12. I don't pay the bills. Kerry, hey Grub. Hello Grub, how are you? I've been looking at all your photos you've been posting on TikTok. Fucking nice. out there relaxing on the back of a Gigi, just casually wandering around, looking at horses, looking at cows, chasing some of them. If you're strange, I might be wrong. Beck, it's 11% super in Victoria. Super is national, so super is national. Mika, you said you needed 600 comments. That was supposed to be a joke. Okay, yeah, I read it after I said it. So, sorry, you probably put it in straight away. I read it later. I lost the plot. All good, Mika. But it didn't land. All good. Some dude, Beck, super is federal. Spot on. So, let me just have a quick research of the Google. Current rate of super annuation. 11.5% from July 2024. The current rate of super, most employers need to pay is 11.5% on your ordinary time earnings. I believe it goes to 12% either this year or next year, as in this 1st of July or next year. Effie, how did you get where you are today? Good on you for your hard work. You talking to me? You talking to me? Talking to me? My life is just a continuation. So I'll do something, it'll move on to something else, I really need to set some goals again. I haven't had goals set for fucking decades. I need to set some goals so I actually go towards things. So I started a law firm as the next thing I did. It just sort of like evolved. It has been hard work. The hardest work is being an employer because we are an unpaid fucking tax collector. I fucking hate the red tape in this country. I would change that if I could. But again, the people who make these rules don't give a flying fuck. There are over 2 million small businesses in this country, and we employ more people than all the big businesses combined, and yet we get treated like fucking shit by the ATO and by the government generally. Gives me the fucking shits. Can you tell? That's something I'm fucking passionate about. Mika super is between 11.5% and 19%. Superannuation legislation is legislation. An employer can pay you more on top, but that's their choice. Even if that choice is legislated, like for instance for some state and federal government bodies, they pay more, but the superannuation legislation is still superannuation legislation. Mika, depending on the employer, Mika minus 17.5. Yep. Some people wonder why we have so fucking much in the way of expenses for government. If there was at the top end of that, Mika, at 19%, I know somebody who got a job recently in, is it federal? Yeah, federal government. Federal government. And they're on $95,000 or something. If they were getting an extra 20 grand on top, round figures, as 19% super, what the fuck? That's you and I paying that money out of our taxes. Why? Why should the government pay staff more than is legislated? Is no one going to give them a pat on the fucking back? No, it's the government, for fuck's sake. This does my head in. It really does. Effie, absolutely. Some dude, Beck, only way you get less super than mandated if your employer wants out here chasing them. Spot on. Holly, what was your first ever job? My first ever job I got paid for was working for my uncle on the farm. I got $2 for a weekend, and I was probably 10 or 11. I moved from the farm into town, and then I used to go back to the farm every weekend to work on the farm. Mika, mind you, that's fucking 50 years ago, 48 years ago or some shit. Mika, some dude, wage theft is federal crime now. Mika, wage theft is federal crime now. Really? I don't think so. I think you got that arse about face. We should have this conversation right now, Mika. If you want to jump on, feel free. Otherwise, type. I think what you're saying is... Oh, hang on. No, I've got it asked about face. If it's a criminal offence if the employer underpays their staff intentionally, right? I was thinking about the other way, where staff intentionally bludge. That should be a criminal offence too. Fucking should be a criminal offence, because if it's a criminal offence for the employer to underpay, it should be a criminal offence for the employee to underwork. Fucking oath. Fucking oath. I don't really give a shit if that destroyed my channel, because I am fucking so over people not doing their jobs because they think it's just sport. Just take a fucking day off. What they don't realise is my fucking house is on the line if some cunt takes a fucking day off. Well, it's not quite that close, but that's what it means. It comes out of my pocket personally when somebody doesn't do their job properly, because that's how the real world fucking works. But most employees haven't got a clue how the real world works. They just know, oh, I get a job, do as much as I have to do, and that's it. Anyway, I shan't go on about that any longer. Megs Berry. What's the difference between bankruptcy and insolvency, or the same thing? Pretty much the same. Well, insolvency is bankruptcy is an act of insolvency. Insolvency can lead to bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a definition or a description of a formality of insolvency, I suppose. I could look up the dictionary if you want me to. I've got the legal dictionary just there. Sing out if you want me to go to that point. Mika, 19% is Queensland Corrections. So why should it? And it doesn't matter. Herf, what is best for business paying GST weekly or invest, then pay quarterly or yearly? You can't pay yearly as far as I know. We pay monthly because it's easier. Some do. Mika, only if it's intentional, burden of proof is likely high. It is. Effie, what would you do if your previous role stole wages from you? My previous role was bad, I left. What would you do? So if you're saying underpaid you, I'd dob the cunts in straight away. I'm saying cunts too much. And look at that. All the viewers crashed. I'd dob them in, because no one should underpay you. If they've made a mistake and you tell them, they should fix it straight away. If they made a mistake and they argue it, well, then you need to look at it. Sarbit Singh. Hi, one of my mates decided his bankruptcy file in January 2020 when his file back to normal. 2 years after you're discharged. If you don't do it properly, you may never be discharged. Chats, what's the biggest bugbear you have with creditors? Not providing. Biggest bugbear with creditors? Thinking they don't have to follow the rules. Effie, not to mention black mould and rats in the office. That sucks. Yep. Effie, not working aircon either. Well, not all offices have aircon, so aircon's a luxury. In Queensland, it's pretty fucking important. Northern Territory probably even more so. Western Australia probably as well. Mika, bankruptcy is an individual, insolvency is business. No, not true. Not true, Beck. Mika, sorry, that's not true. I'm sorry, but that one's not true. So, because an individual can be insolvent. And let's have a look at the proper definitions. I know where you're getting that from, Mika, but it's not quite right. Hang on, put on the goggles. Bank account. Bank inquiry, bank, MNOPQRS, Bank of England. Where's bankruptcy? Bankrupt. What the fuck? What they're on? Butterworth, yeah. We'll be fucked. This one does not have fucking bankruptcy written in it. How the fuck can this not have bankruptcy in here? That is blowing my little mind. I wonder if... Oh, hang on, sorry. Yeah, because there's a space. Space comes before. Yeah. Bankruptcy, here we go. That did blow my little mind. Bankrupt, a person against who an estate or sequestration order has been made. So you go and bankrupt. Yeah, we know what bankruptcy is. A corporation cannot be bankrupt. C, also annulment, bankruptcy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so insolvency, UTHIJK. Insurance, institute, insolvency practitioner, insolvent, a debtor who is a debtor who is unable to pay debts as and when they fall due for payment, the state of being unable to pay such debts. So insolvency is pre-bankruptcy. So you have to be insolvent before you go bankrupt. You can't just go, well, you can just go bankrupt if you're paying your debts, but why would you? Bankruptcy, inability to pay debts as they become due from a debtor's own money. A trustee, there you go. So insolvency is when you can't pay your debts on time. Bankruptcy is the result of, bankruptcy or administration is a result of insolvency. But you're very close, Beck, and people use the term insolvency a lot because of insolvent trading and stuff like that with business, which is why I knew where you're coming from. Some dude, insolvency means you don't have the liquid capital to pay the bills. You might have the assets. Well, it means you can't pay the bills when they're due. Aussie Miss, hi Graham, hope you're well. Yes, indeed, Aussie Miss, thank you very much. Mika, Effie Strange, report them, the 8 to the ATO, and Fair Walker, I like that, Mika. My dyslexia is bad tonight, I'm tired, I get it. Effie, I'm not the only worker they've underpaid. Yep, well that's probably why they made it a criminal offence to stop dodgy employers doing it, but they really should somehow protect the employer too, because it's not all about the fucking worker. We business people have bills to pay as well. Megs Burry, does bankruptcy work for tax debt? In most cases, yes, but not all. Effie Strange, thank you for the chat. Have a lovely night. You too. Megs, LOL, undefined. Not sure. Mika, Insolvency Corps Act. Insolvency, well, again, insolvency is the precursor. So if insolvent trading and stuff like that. So trading, not being able to pay your bills when they fall due, you've got to be careful of insolvent trading. It's very naughty. Cockeyes Lawrence, moist. I'm not sure why we said moist, but I like the word moist, possibly because a lot of people don't. Maddie Keen, can you remove a judgment that hasn't been paid? Theoretically, yes, but unless you've got really deep pockets, the answer is no. If you use our normal system, you should pay your judgment and we can probably get it removed. Joe, thoughts on Jake Maddock's situation? Don't even know who Jake Maddock is, so I don't have any thoughts. Joe, I did that one. Megbury, undefined when you couldn't find the definition. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it's because I forgot. Bank space something comes before bank for bankruptcy. I was just being a dick. Joe, been under a rock, Graham? I don't watch the news, Joe. I'm presuming, Joe, this Jake Maddock situation is a negative thing. So that's why I don't know about it, because I don't follow the news. I try to avoid all the negative crap as much as I possibly can. Mika, Joe, I don't know this Maddock thing too. So tell me, Joe, what is this Jake Maddock thing? And is it a local thing to your local area? Let's have a look. Jake Maddock. Internet personality. Instagram. Relationship coach. Seen on Daily Mail. Lad Bible. Founder of Maddock Coaching. Coached thousands of people from around the world. Into 10 relationships. I don't know. News. Let me check news for Jake Maddock. Deleted the footage. Love coach storms out of TV interview amid client criticisms. Okay. Doesn't seem to be a very big story. Some bloke, he's being accused of things. Apple user, is there a way to get bankruptcy removed history if your fault but 3 years ago and you've changed? Did you go bankrupt 3 years ago? If so, the bankruptcy comes off. So you go from an undischarged to a discharged bankrupt at 3 years and 1 day. Then it'll stay on your file for another 2 years, and then it's gone from your file. Mika sounds American, Aussie. He's in Harvey Bay. He was on ACA last year. So what's changed now, Joe? I'm failing to see the story, Joe. Were you caught up in this thing? Is that what you're saying? Shitlips, you lost a client. I sent you a text last week and with all the things you ask, and I haven't responded. Shitlips, you said that when we first started, and I said, send me a text now. I think you're full of shit, mate. Absolutely full of shit, because I said to send me a text while I'm on here and I can look it up for you, and if it's a problem, I'll get it fixed straight away. You haven't done it, so I think you're just a shit stirrer, probably one of the half-assed competitors who haven't got a clue what they're doing. They've got nothing better to do than try and pick shit out of what I'm doing. So, probably going to get a real job, Shitlips. Fuck, who'd create a name like Shitlips anyway? I shouldn't say that in case you are a real client. But, let me have a look here. Debstar, I got your message. But this whole fucking Shitlips thing. Shitlips, are you there? Shitlips. Have a look at Shitlips' fucking profile. No content. Isn't that fucking amazing? No content. Oh, it looks like a girl. Shouldn't say so many things because the hand of that person looks like a girl. I apologise, Shitlips. Lost a client. Well, you weren't a client, Shitlips. You weren't a client because if you sent me a text and no one's responded, I said to you when we first started the live, send a text to that number now and look for it, but you didn't. So how the fuck can I help if you won't send me a text? I know what the hell you're talking about. Joe, Harvey Bay on ACA last week. Mika, no idea. Some dude, not sure if you care, but the coalition is no more. Nats have decided to not renew the agreement. About fucking time. Give us 3 mobs of dickheads to vote for instead of 2. Mika, meh? Sonny, do you get any emails from people overseas asking? Every day, yes. And because of that, we're probably going to be opening up in the UK and South Africa. And that'll happen before we do New Zealand because there's just not enough people in New Zealand. Some dude, Sonny, would be pointless. Their laws are different. No, some dude, their laws are very similar to ours, which is why we are going to be opening up in the UK and in South Africa. We all use the same British legal system called the Westminster system. There will be some parts of it that are different, but the system is the same. Joe, he's a con artist, was on ACA last week. Mika, Joe, what was the con? Apple user, do spent convictions affect ability to get loans? Depends. If you've got a fraud conviction, no one will fucking give you a loan. So it depends what it is. Joe, he claims to offer services, then blocks clients after they send big amounts of money. Okay. Sonny, Joe shouldn't be trusting anyone like that anyway. Okay. Megs, Joe, is that Matic? Shitlips, unbelievable customer service. Well, mate, I did ask you to send me a fucking text so I could try and fix it, but you didn't. So how the fuck can I help? Seriously. Seriously. And if you sent a text and we didn't help you, then you weren't a client. Beck, Shitlips, send him a message now while he's in the live like he asked. Yeah, spot on. This is unbelievable. I think this is a troll from another credit repair agency or something like that. Because obviously I can't look up Shitlips. But people hide behind their anonymity thinking they're tough. I don't give a fuck. You know, imagine their life. Imagine what they're doing in their life if all they can do is just jump on and do this sort of shit. Imagine how good their business must be if they have time to fucking troll another business. Beck, Shitlips, sent a message yet. Asked, Shitlips, unbelievable. Megs Barry, got to go. Thanks for answering my questions. My pleasure, Megs Barry. Dan, what about New Zealand? Yeah, again, New Zealand hasn't got enough people, and you guys are just over the ditch. You can actually, yeah, it's at this stage not commercially viable. I did have a company in New Zealand. We were helping people in New Zealand, but it's just not commercially viable, unfortunately. Some dude, oh nice. Yeah, you did say something about an overseas project. Yes, we did. Some dude, I thought you said previously you didn't do overseas, but that may have been USA. No, I did say we weren't doing anything, but as of last Thursday or last Tuesday or Wednesday, I put on the list of things to do because there was somebody came on from the UK and they gave me the figures, and we won't do the US at this stage because it is a completely different legal system, but it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to do the UK and South Africa. But if the conviction is spent, do I need to disclose it? It was dangerous driving. Well, why would dangerous driving in any way affect getting a loan? The answer is probably no, but if you're worried about it, go and see a lawyer. Aussie girl, Shitlips messing with you? Yeah. Again, probably just a competitor. Joe, save that as the contact. No idea what that means to Joe. Shitlips as the contact. Yeah, well, again, have no contact. There's no one. So, yeah, anyway. Sonny, you have people from other agencies going after you? Agencies? Yeah, in fact, it's funny, when I mention something on here about something you want to do, there are so many others that suddenly start doing it. They have no business, so that they can get to market faster than I can. But, they start using the phraseology that I come up with. They start doing what I say I'm going to do. So maybe I should put some stuff out there, just so it fucks them up. So spend all this money on something that I know won't fucking work. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, fuck them over. I could be fucked. Sonny, people need to get a life, they really do. Holly, what's for dinner? I'm having lamb shanks and mash. No idea yet. I have no leftovers left, so I will have to actually cook something tonight. Miko, Holly, I'm having steak and mash. Some dude, well, congratulations, Graham. I said something that got me some congratulations. So thanks, some dude. I can't remember what it was. I'll move on. So fucking quick in my head. Mika, dangerous driving can affect car insurance. Okay, there you go. Joe, smiley faces. Mika, could it affect mortgage insurance? Don't know. Some dude, is it possible to have a language filter on your form? Shitlips might have got caught in a filter. He said he sent a text, so there's no language filters on a text. Mika, I know that in Queensland, DUI is in the criminal code, yep, but they said dangerous driving, not DUI. Some dude on the potential overseas venture. Excellent, thanks, mate. Yeah, got it. So I'm going to have a look in case this Shitlips was talking about ADS. I didn't check ADS before. No, that one's got contact. That one, no, what's this one? Oh, fucking spam. More fucking spam. I don't think dangerous driving is in the criminal code. It could be. Thanks, I'm doing the congrats yet. It could be though. It's dangerous. Herf, lamb shanks with sautéed gnocchi, peas, roasted baby carrots, and broccolini, red wine jizz. Aussie girl, save me some. Yep. I'm just going through the, see if I can find a shit lips. Search for shit. No shit comes up in my search. RRC Rav, mate, I have more than 5 inquiries in my file. How much do you charge to remove them? If you've only got 5, probably nothing, because you probably don't need to remove them unless they're all payday lenders. And I can't tell you what we charge because we need to know more about it. You've got to send... Actually, go down here. Go to myaustralialawyers.com.au/start. Jump the queue. Get in the process straight away. Go there now. Do that. And then we can work out a price for you. How's that sound? Holly, do you have any food you can't stand, like Brussels sprouts or something? No, I eat pretty much everything. I don't like gnocchi. The texture, it's what? Gooey flour, potato flour, and flavour. You need to have something on the outside of it to make it taste good. So, no, I don't like gnocchi. But not that I can't stand it, it's just meh. I don't like a lot of pastas. I like some pasta, but don't like a lot of pastas. Yeah, I'll eat pretty much anything. Herf, roasted butternut pumpkin soup. I should use a Jap pumpkin, mate, but butternut's nice. Mika, Aussie girl, nah, yeah, he will eat it all on you. He'll eat it all. OG, are you for explaining the difference between soft and hard inquiries? A soft inquiry is in the back section of the credit file where it says other file accesses. It does not affect your score. Can't be seen by anybody other than you, the credit file owner. A hard inquiry is a normal credit inquiry, and they're the ones that negatively affect your score. They're the ones that go in the consumer or the commercial credit inquiries section. Mika, Herf, even as an entree, Aussie girl. Can I see him doing too? Shocker, no gnocchi for him. Aura, are Zip Money inquiries hard to remove? Zip Money, not hard. They're not the easiest, but they're not hard either. Beck, need to go see you at the next live. Have a good night. See you, Beck. Appreciate you being here. Aussie girl, Mika, Nico. Okay. Wolverines. G'day, mate. Has my wife been in today? No, she hasn't. Just going to see if I can find this Shitlips, just in case Shitlips was a real person and not just a complete fucking knob. How the fuck would I find someone who just calls themselves fucking Shitlips? Okay. Danny boy, hello mate. Have a question? Shoot. Aidman, does closed mobile phone account affect your credit score? Not once it's closed, but if you've got a default, yes. Mattress, keep up the good work. One of the most ethical credit repair companies out there. We're not a credit repair company, we're a law firm, but thank you, Mattress, appreciate it. We're a law firm that specialises in credit reporting legislation, yes. Your ads, I've got at least 5 debt collector inquiries. Remove them, mate, and move on with your life. Okay, Danny boy, if you want to ask a question, you better go, mate, because I'm leaving in about 4 minutes. Okay, on that note, guys, I'm going to be finishing up early. I'll have my last biscuit. See you, Ollie. I'll be back here tomorrow night on the other channel from 4:30 and back here on this channel again Thursday night from 3:30. See ya. Anyway, you can remove those inquiries and how much. Yes, we can remove them. How much depends on all your circumstances. So read the green bit and follow the rules. Send it through and we'll get started for you. Give you a quote. Mattress. I've dealt with your company on not as a customer on the other side, so it's and so easy to work with. Mattress. Have we spoken? Because your name's familiar. I don't have any way to record in TikTok your real name. So there are so many people that call themselves different things on here. On Mattress, you have no content. I'm glad that you like the way we work, mate. I really do. But I don't know who you are. So thank you. I appreciate it. We hustle. Do you provide debt collection service? No, we don't. No. Wolverines. At the moment, I'm dog and house sitting and won't be much for 2 weeks. Okay, no worries. All. Yads. Okay, and thank you. Good night, bud. No worries. Abe, no, was it? Danny boy, still waiting for your question, mate. Looks like we're not going to get it tonight. Mattress. I'm just going to send you a message. So, actually, Mattress, why don't you just explain? Very good. Very good. I can see. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So what's the difference with the way we work and the way credit repair agencies work? How is it that we are easy to deal with and we are ethical, mate? A mate or matehead, I don't know whether you're a bloke or a girl. But just explain to... and by the way, Mattress has just told me what creditor they work with. I'm not going to say because otherwise that would be bad. But so Mattress, if you can, just explain to the viewers what it is that we do different from your point of view. And if you happen to reveal anything naughty that we do, we don't. But I'm just giving you permission. Your ads, good night. Thank you very much. Shish. Hi, Graham. Got a letter just now saying they have removed the default. Thank you. Excellent, mate. Well done. Congratulations. And thank you for all your help tonight. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for all the fucking shares you did, mate. That was absolutely brilliant. We've got 91,000 likes and 746 diamonds. We never got to the 800, so that's going to fuck me over. But if we could get to 800, that'd be fantastic in the next, 30 seconds. Matches. You don't see customers as a cash grab. You stick to the law and make sure we do the right thing. Spot on. Yep. That's actually really well said, Mattress. I really appreciate that. Because I like to think we've got a good relationship with most of our creditors because of exactly that reason. We won't take clients on if we don't think there's a fair chance of getting something fixed. We will tell a client how it is before we take them on. So I appreciate that, mate. Some dude, how many diamonds are you up to now? 8. Oh, shit, 826. So someone, did you just give me a shitload? What do we got here? Aussie girl sent a heart me. Some dude sent a rose. Aussie Miss sent a heart me. Maddie sent a heart me. Aussie Miss sent a donut. Aussie Miss sent 2 roses. Rosas. Ladies and gentlemen sent 2 rosas. Shish sent 2 donuts. Herf sent 19 roses. Shish sent 172 roses. Shish sent 3 fluffy penguins. Shish sent a donut. Shish sent 4 fluffy penguins. Holy fuck. We're now sitting at 1,000 diamonds. Excellent, guys. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very, very much. We got there in 30 seconds. You guys are fucking brilliant. Thank you so very, very much. What does it do for me? Apparently, it means that I now have a... Let's see what it says. No, didn't. It's supposed to have given me at 800 diamonds. It was supposed to give me some fucking thing. No, it tells lies. How the fuck does it do that? What a lying piece of shit. I was looking. Here we are. Diamond Rush. Collect 800 diamonds. But I already collected the 800 diamonds. Don't know. It says I got 0 out of 800 diamonds, but it says... Oh, maybe I haven't collected them yet because I haven't finished the live. I don't know. She sent 17 roses. She sent 2 more fluffy penguins. She sent another 2 roses. She sent 3 fluffy penguins. She sent 2 more fluffy penguins. Guys, I'm going to fuck off in a second. Thank you very much. And Matches, I really appreciate your feedback, mate. I really do. Mate or matette. Fun to talk. Is there a credit score requirement for a 40k loan? No idea. It depends on the lender, depends on the purpose. So I'd suggest if it's a for any sort of borrowing, you're probably going to need to have a good credit score. I don't know what that is though. Sorry, without knowing more information. Some dude, didn't you say you have to do a few lives? You have to do it. Yeah, that's for the second thing. Because the top one says 800 diamonds, and the bottom one says get this if you get 800 diamonds for 2 days in a row. And I'm not going to be on this channel tomorrow night, so that's going to be hard. I wonder if I can live stream to the second channel at the same time. Yeah, probably. Shish, lastly, how long does it take to reflect on my credit score, the default being removed now? Immediately. As soon as the default is actually removed, you should be able to go and get a copy of your credit score now, and it should be improved. Shish shared the live. Shish shared the live. Stacks. I have no idea. Some sort of code. Shish shared the live. Mattress. Have a good night, mate. Love the content. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Shish shared the live. Shish shared the live. Some dude. You do get credited once the live ends, I believe. Must be what it is. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Some dude. At least it'll send you the message saying that, what you earned. Okay, good. I make, out of all the lives last week, I think I made 17 cents. So I'm definitely not doing this for the money from the gifts. Stacks, you should be able to stream on both platforms. Well, I'm streaming. Actually, I should probably look at that. See if I had any fucking comments from... No comments. And no viewers on those other platforms. I don't know I stream yet. Haven't done any promotion. Can only see the credit report. 18th of May says due on the 18th of June. Yeah, you've got to get a new one. So if you can come to us and pay $50, we'll get you a brand new one tomorrow. Otherwise, you have to wait until the 18th of June or whatever. Or go to Equifax. I don't think they used to sell them on demand, but I don't think they do anymore. You can come to us, go to your broker, whatever else. We'll charge you $50 for our time because we're a law firm. But if you go to your broker, they might get it for you for free. Richard J, thanks for doing this. How long until bad credit rating resets, if at all? Most things come off your credit file after 5 years, some after one or 2 years. And if you don't do anything about it, otherwise you can get us to do it and we'll remove it much sooner. The fastest ever is 14 minutes. Aurora, shush, you should be able to request an interim one. You've got to pay for it though, I think, Aurora. Mika, Aurora, hi. Okay, guys, on that note, I'm going to do the fuck you off thing. Thank you very much. I really appreciate being here. Thank you for all of your help. Mika, thank you for being my wonderful, wonderful moderator tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one. Richard, see you heading to your website now. Yeah, go to that one there and fill in the form. It's even better. Okay, guys, have a good night. See ya. Thank you.